Yo, what's good? It's your boy Trav Hen, and I'm here with the creative mindset. Yeah.
Hey, we back with another episode of the Creative Mindset. Man, when I tell you the sweet place is really a sweet place, man, y'all need to go ahead and come check this place out and book your venue, book your meeting, book something, book your pop-up shop, do something, because I'm trying to tell you the host is awesome. I'll tell you at the end of the episode how awesome the host is and why I say the host was very awesome, but there's also a dope spot. Here at the Creative Mindset, it's like the third episode I keep telling y'all, every guest is special to me, so we already gonna say that. What make this guest special to me is because this guest is a tar blooder. For sure. This guest is a creator. This guest is a musician. This guest is also a fellow Greek. I ain't gonna tell you what it is unless you want to rep this set on camera. I want you, the Creative Mindset, to welcome Trav Hen.
What's up? Ooh. All that.
I ain't even gonna fake. I was gonna hit him with the T to the R to the A V, bitch, please. I mean, but I ain't want to be doing too much. But what's up, man? How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm coming off of a good weekend.
A good weekend?
So I feel recharged, you know. I was around a lot of love. So I'm feeling good coming into the week, you know.
Love is very important, man. That love is for damn sure like a reset button when you with your loved ones.
Reset, man. For sure for me.
So you do music. Is there something else that you really don't, promote no more? Because I remember at a point in time you was doing videos too. I was trying to figure out how I can get those videos. You still messing around with the video?
Only for myself.
Okay.
Like when I'm creating rollouts and stuff for my music, I do my own like promo videos and stuff like that, but I don't really do them anymore. I was doing them for fun, but you know how that turned into people wanting your services, and then it became overwhelming because it's like, yo, I just want to do this for fun, like, and it became demanding, and I was like, nah.
I'm hip. I must have caught you when it was demanding, because I remember when I first seen you doing them, I'm like, bro, this is dope. You doing these yourself? He was like, yeah. I'm like, well, how can I get one of them? That was before I was even touching video. It was just like a crazy retro look, man.
I was doing them joints off my phone.
Yeah, that's fly, man. I might have to drop a link to this video so y'all can see some of the older videos, but they was crazy. It's like he was a visionary. He was doing the retro look, and that retro look that is in right now. Like he was recording off the camcorder, all off the phone though.
Off the phone.
Yeah.
And just using different filters, doubling up on filters, and just pulling stuff from like the internet too, like images, old videos. It was kind of like, I looked at it like a music producer sampling like old songs. Like I just grab images and make them my own. And yeah, it was fun. It was going up, man, for a second. But I just wanted to do it for fun because I always wanted to know how to edit videos for some reason. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna just do it my own way. I ain't got no camera and I can't afford one or the software, so I'm about to just do what black people do. Make something out of nothing, you know? And it was pretty cool, man.
And what's fly about that is it was a free app too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And now I bet you that app want to charge you $200 a year now to use that same app and them same features.
No, I was using iMovie.
Word?
And you know that come with the iPhone.
So hold on, now my mind is blown, bro. So like, I don't even want you to get us sauce away for real.
I can't. I mean,
because you had crazy transitions. So was that like just layering like different footage then?
It was my chop game. Like it was just my style with doing them, and yeah, it was just how I chopped the videos up. Like I was like, I think it was at the moment when people start realizing like, yo, people attention spans are shortened now, and they want to see something good but quick. And so I started cutting images like fast. No one want to slow them down. Just keep the video interesting. That became my style with editing. So I just like chop them up, and then I don't know. I don't. It just came, bro, because I was having fun with it.
So those who don't know, iMovie is the bare bones. Like literally just drag and drop, and then you could either do a wipe transition, a slide transition, dissolve transition. That's it. I'm gonna have to probably drop one.
And I took those out too. Like I wasn't using those.
I
I
know you
hated.
wouldn't. That's why I'm blue.
I hated those. I was like, ugh, I didn't like it. So I was
iMovie
like,
is the bare
yeah, especially on the
bones.
iPhone. Like the iPhone iMovie, bro, it's terrible. Like it has nothing that even the MacBook iMovie have, and that's even still, you know.
It's trash to me, bro, because I was using Video Leap when I started.
Well,
So I know how trash it is, and I
yeah,
thought that I was gonna start a whole film career off iMovie when I first got my iPhone.
man, it was cool, man. I did a lot of visuals for like clothing brands.
I was gonna bring that up too,
Yeah,
because one of your
man.
first videos that was like for Ilthy, wasn't it?
Ilthy, and then 49 grand, man. They were the ones that really like just took a bet on me and like really let me. Anytime they had a drop, they would
Mm-hmm.
hit me up, and yeah, I create visuals for them. And then I remember Glenn from Ilthy, he connected me with EV,
Mm-hmm.
and I started making visuals for his productions when he DJ'd.
Oh, that's why.
And I think the first wow moment with that was he was like DJing like this Halloween festival down on West 6. And it was
Mm-hmm.
just like, my visual was just like boom in the back of his whole set. And it was
Okay.
just like, oh snap, this is crazy. So yeah, it was a good time for me as a creative, like just, I just like doing creative things. So it was like really just a good time for me to just exercise that and express myself. And it turned into something, and I just had to bag back, like, whoa, it's turned into too much of something. Like, because at the time, I don't think people knew. I just moved back to Cleveland in 2016, so people didn't know that I was doing music for real. And I didn't want that to overshadow. Like, I'm not your video guy, but y'all don't know that yet.
Transition into that. That was
Yeah.
gonna be my next question, because like when as a creator, when you drop a product, people feel like it was like, oh, he's just doing this. So how long? And then like you as an artist, you also know when you're comfortable or you build that confidence in your product to when you're ready to share it with people. Because the Love Party, that was 2016, right?
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I'm all
Nah,
over the
look.
place. So
No,
how
you
long
good.
did it take you to build up to the Love Party?
So in 2015,
Mm-hmm.
I was living in Jersey, and I was like, dang, I want to make music, but my brother, he was he was doing a lot of like the engineering for all the rappers in our neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and he was producing and stuff. And so I came home for Thanksgiving, and that's when I recorded my first song, Thanksgiving of 2015.
Okay.
And then I came back home for Christmas, and then I recorded two more songs, and I put those out in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I mean that's the boldest thing you could ever do in life is put out your first song you ever recorded. That's kind of crazy. But I was like, I think I could do this. I didn't really care. Well, no, I'm lying. I cared. I thought a lot about what people would think
Mm-hmm.
about another person just popping up rapping that they never.
That's natural though.
Yeah,
I'm sensitive about my shit.
yeah. And I put it out. And the crazy thing is I went to Wright State,
Mm-hmm.
and so when I would come back, I would go back to Wright State, obviously, and go to events and stuff because my fraternity chapter was there. And I knew a lot of DJs, and they were playing those songs at events and stuff. And people like knew those songs. And I'm like, oh, y'all know that? That's crazy. But it felt good because it was like I always, since day one, I've always had supporters.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of made me, I don't know, you look for the love. I never look for the hate. So it's like I looked for the love and it was there. So it's like, oh, I'm about to keep going then.
Law of attraction.
Yeah. And, in 2018, that was kind of like the Love Party was one of those moments where I wasn't getting any help anymore. Like my brother stopped making music.
Mm-hmm.
You just lose the inspiration sometimes. And so he was in that period on his journey, and
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't. I'm on go, like, bro, like, let's go. And then he finally just gave me he let me set up all of his equipment at my spot.
Mm-hmm.
And my homie Dev, crew chef, he produced and he sent me some beats, and I just locked myself in for like 3 months straight and worked on 3 songs. Like, it was just, I was recording by myself. I was, arranging everything on my vocals, stacking my vocals, like just learning as I went, and sent them to my homie Doc to mix and master.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was ready to go to just put that out. And that was my first EP. And it was just like, man.
So you like perfected it then, because that's like the best process when you like in your mode.
Yeah.
Like you don't have no audience, so you don't get like no jitters. Because normally when you go to the studio, you got an engineer you don't
It's
know,
nerve-wracking.
or you might have a crowd of people who might want to go with you. If you say, "Oh man, I'm about to go record these couple songs. Let me come with you." Now you can't get in your mode, but you in your own space. I don't know what that feeling is. I don't know if you can relate to that feeling, but I remember at a point in time when I used to do music, when you were around in a new room, it could just be the color of the room that's different. It
Yeah.
throw off your energy, you messing up the flow.
Yeah.
So you having your own space and marinating and moving at your own pace to perfect those songs, that contributed to your success.
No, I really did, because I wouldn't have been able to do it. Like, I wouldn't, if I had to go to the studio around other people, no, that wouldn't have came out. Because I still had that, sometimes when you first start making music, you have that blockage. You're not fully being yourself artistically, like when you're around other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to be that vulnerable and that open to just do whatever really is in your mind, but you're scared to do it because especially when it comes to rapping, when you're around the people, you always bring your ego into it.
Absolutely.
And so you're not really free in the studio. So that allowed me to just be free and see what I sounded like being free. That was when I fell in. That's when I didn't fall in love yet, but that's when I accepted my voice. Because, you go through that period as a recording artist where you're like, whoa, I sound like this. Oh, no. And you kind of try to sound like other rappers, honestly, that you probably grew up on,
Your big
that influenced you.
inspiration.
Yeah. So that was just authentically me.
Mm-hmm.
And that felt good to just be able to get that out by myself.
So like, what's your process? Either like then and even like to now, transition now. What was your process on writing music or creating music? And then what did your mental health status have any like play in that at all?
Yeah, because back then it was like sitting at home and writing.
Mm-hmm.
And I will always procrastinate because of the thought of trying to be perfect, like trying to write the perfect this, write the perfect that, and then I just wouldn't do it. Like between the Love Party, which was 2018, so after I finished that, I didn't write or record a song again until 2021.
And what made you do that?
Because it was just overwhelming. Just the thought of like pursuing music and not having the proper help, not having the resources at the time, and being scared to even try to seek resources because I didn't think I was good enough as an artist yet.
Mm-hmm.
And just trying to write and nothing's coming. It was like a writer's block that lasted for 3 years. And it was just like, oh, okay. It was depressing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the Love Party was such a high moment for me because it was like around that time I performed for the first 2 times, and they like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, my journey with music, entering it and blasting off was kind of like really good for me because, like I said, like my first few songs I put out, people was rocking with them.
Mm-hmm.
The Love Party, around that time, I performed twice, both paid performances. My first 2 performances were paid, and they were in Dayton, Ohio, and they were like big events. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
fire.
And the Love Party was a cool moment because, like at that time, my biggest supporters were at Wright State at college, so they were listening to it. They made me feel good about it. I was playing it for them. They was playing it at the little house functions, all of that. and then boom, just hit that rock bottom. And it was just in 2020 I started hanging around Kip and Nuke more so going over their crib because they were always recorded at their crib. Um, and Kip was just one day like, yo, like, let me produce for you. Like, you say you want to make music or you say you making music, like, let me produce for you. And we hopped in there and that was it. From 2021 till now, that was that. But now my process, for the past 4 years, I've only put up to the studio and wrote at the studio and recorded right then and there. Like, the beat got made, I started writing first. It started me writing like a verse and a hook. And then obviously I got to the point where I could write a whole song in one sitting. And that been my process ever since, which I wanted it to get like that, to get comfortable with being in front of other people. That way it's like, if somebody say, hey, Trav, I want you on the track, I'm in the studio, I could write a verse in probably like 30 minutes. I could write a whole song, like verse, hook, verse, hook. Sure, I could even throw a bridge in there in about an hour and a half.
Them organic jam sessions, they be
Yeah.
real meaningful. Because then if you write it there, but then don't record it right then and there, you kind of lose the blueprint.
And it's like I just wanted to kill that whole perfectionism thing. Like, it's like, I don't want to be a perfectionist. Whatever I'm feeling, I'm a dig from somewhere. I'm 35. Like, I got a million stories that I didn't start making music till I was 26, 27. I got a million stories that I could tell from the first 27 years of my life that I can go back and just dig from and just tell that story or feel that feeling. And we go through stuff every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing for me to pull because I am a very like expressive person. If I go through something in a day, like I talk on the phone a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the phone at 5 in the morning. One of my friends up, we sipping coffee, talking about something, and it's life related. You know what I'm saying? I don't gossip, so it's definitely dealing with my life or their life. So it's always something to write about. And if I didn't put myself in a position to exercise the muscle of like writing right then and there in the studio, like you gotta knock it out because everybody like, you done yet? You wrote your verse? It's like, all right, yeah, cool. But now that's just the best process for me.
You answered 2 questions in that whole response, man.
My bad.
It's all right, bro. It's all right. I appreciate
I
it.
be yapping.
I appreciate the transparency because what I was going to ask you was, and I was once we got a little deeper into it, once we got to your Booski Yoshi, but I was going to ask, how did you get those features? But with Nuke and Kit, but that's the crew.
That's the crew.
And then I was also going to ask you about writing these songs and are they true stories?
Yeah.
So that mean that secret DC trip is a that's a true story.
That really is a true story.
Wow.
It's crazy because, hold on, it's funny. So, majority of my songs, Kip named.
Okay.
Just because, like, hey, you finish the session, it's like, what we about to name this? And I'll be like, I don't know, and Kip would say something, boom. So that song is funny because I literally came back from DC. I went to DC for a weekend. And I came back and I went to the studio that week. And, Kip cook up the beat, I start writing. But the whole time I came back, I'm like, yeah, he like, what's up? Like, what you getting to? I was like, oh, I was in DC. Like, you went to DC and didn't tell nobody? Like, just, I'm like, Kip, bro, I told y'all I was going to DC. He said, no, you didn't. So the song I wrote was about, I was in DC for not even 42 hours.
I was gonna say, don't sound like it was more than 2 days.
Yeah, like I was in there, I was in and out because I went for a reason. And it was a crazy 24 hours there, just super crazy. And then I came back and just wrote about it. It's just kind of like, wow.
Y'all gonna have to check that song out to figure out about the secret DC trip.
Yeah.
Run them streams up.
Verbatim.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about it. Just run them streams up. But
that's crazy.
that shit had me.
I'm happy you listened to it though.
It had me cracking up listening to it. And I'm like, man, and like, bruh, What motivates you to write the songs? Like I was talking to Sade, and I was telling Sade like I don't like to box people, especially like when
Yeah.
you multi-talented or just even just give like a sound like. But like from the Love Party to your Booski Oshi, bro, it sounds like it's a mixture of West Coast meets St. Clair.
That's real.
To be honest with you, because it's lifestyle music, you telling your truth, what's going on today. It's like a more like it's party music, but it's that intimate party
Yeah.
where you can either perform it at a kickback or you can perform it at some place like a grog shop. You know what I
Word.
mean? Where you got that crowd right there, and it's laid back.
No, for sure.
And like the harmonizing, I was gonna say, because I was gonna say Kid Cudi, but Kid Cudi got the harmonizing from Bone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just like West Coast meets St. Clair.
No, for sure.
Is that okay to say?
I I like all interpretations. It's art for real. I like hearing how people like view my music, because it kind of helps me define it. Me, I'm just making it. Even the singing and harmonizing, like I, I always wanted to make music since I was a kid, but I never made it because I wanted to be a singer, and I didn't think I could sing.
Now we in the rap singing era. What
And
rappers are singing?
I started rapping because I was like, no, I got something to say, and I know I could rap. But I sing a lot of my hooks because I wish I was an R&B singer. Like, you feel me? Like most of my,
I feel you.
yeah,
I
like
feel you.
even most of my, like even when I'm rapping, like people usually do ad libs, but like in a hip hop way. Like a lot of my ins and outs and background vocals, even during my during my verses, are like harmonies. You know what I'm saying? Because my main influence is R&B, and that's just how I make my music.
I thought you was just so Cleveland, bro.
No,
That's what it
that
was.
probably falls into it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Bone was like, we about to try to do it like this. I just think that's how it came out because they were so Cleveland for real. And then that became like an influence because they're definitely like a big influence for me.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah.
So what motivates you when you create music? Well, what motivates you to continue to create music?
I'm gonna be honest, like not being a fraud for real. Like that's really it. Like it's like I said I wanted to do this. And at first it was like I know why I'm doing that. I always know why. And I get into that, but it's like first it was like me doing it and it's not having the confidence, but I remember in 2020 everybody had to sit down, obviously. And we all looking at the wall, counting sheets in the house. And I was like, yo, Trav, like, bro, you can't have one foot out, one foot in. Like, you got to make a decision. Like, you have to decide that you are going to be an artist, like, through and through. Even if you look up at 50 and you are performing on the corner, like, oh, well, that's where the road took you. You should always be happy with wherever you end up because you decided to do this, like, 100% until I'm dead and gone. And so it's just sticking to it because also, like, I'm doing it because of legacy. Like, I'm doing it because when I was a kid, like, my dad would be telling me stories about his brother, his uncles, his dad, his grandfather, my mom sang. And I always loved listening to them talk and listening to the stories. I always hung around adults because they would tell stories, They always yapping. So, like, I'm so curious. I'm like, yo, what, like, I hear y'all, but what would they say about themselves? Like, it's different hearing a story from somebody and then hearing it from the horse's mouth. And so I'm like, dang, I always was obsessed with the thought of like leaving my mark. And so it's like, now it's more so, dang, like what my nephew is gonna tell their kids. And then they might be just as curious as me. It's like, oh, I wonder I wonder what Trav was like. They're always talking about Trav. because I am loved in my family. Not to my own horn, but like my family love me. Like everybody, they want me at their functions. They want me everywhere. Everybody always want me around. And so I know they're going to talk about their kids. I mean, they're going to talk to their kids about me, and their kids might talk to their kids. And now all they got to do is click on the song when they want to know what was Travis' perspective for real. Like, what was he thinking? I hear y'all telling me about him, but this is from your perspective. Somebody might be just as curious as me, and now all they got to do is click on the song. Like, I wish I could click on the song from my great-grandfather and hear what he was thinking and his perspective and how he was living his story. So that's really why I'm doing it. And it's just, you got to keep going, or, I mean, you going to get depressed because you're not doing what you say you were going to do. You're not staying the course. You know what I'm saying? So I think I really do it. I do it for legacy, but on a day-to-day, it's like, all right, Trav, like, you ain't make a song in a month. Like, you still, and my friends too, you rapping again? It could be 2 weeks. Like, you making music again, you know? So it's really just me being who I say I am, for real.
Is those type of heat checks, do they make you feel some type of way to where you kind of question yourself as an artist, or is it like a motivation of like, yeah, y'all right, I do need to get on this?
It's just, I can't even say it's motivation because it don't really bother me for real. It's just, it's just good to have that around. It's good to have people around you who do what they say they're going to do. And just so happen, a lot of my friends around me are creatives in some type of form. So seeing them go do it, or even Nuka send me a song. You know, we always send us each other music. One of my friends sent me a song. It's like, oh, y'all, can I curse? Can I curse?
Yeah,
No?
just don't go balls to the wall.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all. Be
I'm not
harder
even
on the
gonna
editing.
curse. But
I mean, you can.
nah, I just be cursing. But they be rapping crazy. They be going crazy, and I be like, yo, oh, you snap. And then I'm about to get in the studio then. So it's like iron sharpens iron.
I know that very well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's like, oh, you wait till I write my next song. Like, I want to rap crazy too.
So was it that vibe between, because Kip and Nuke crazy, bro. Crazy. Like,
I don't look. They too crazy
I remember, like,
for me.
I can't. I think it's. I forget the name of the song, but Kipstone got a song talking about like jobs suck or something like that. I'm like,
Jobs be trash.
Jobs be trash, bro.
Off his home album.
And that was the joint, man. And I was like, oh my god, this dude is crazy.
Yeah, they
like.
wild.
And then I remember at Con 2, shout out to Con 2, I had seen Nuke end up performing, and just seeing the energy is different. So, like, with those two guys around, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Especially what you're saying, Kip said he was going to produce you, how your sound developed from the Love Party to your Booski Yoshi.
Yeah.
How you even come up with that name? I know what your Booski mean, but what the Oshi?
He said, yo, so I made the name up, and it just, I defined it too. But it means it's all love. It randomly happened. It was like, I think it's so crazy. I was going over there, spot to make music, because at that point, me and Kip were doing like 2 a day. But we were over there, and I was telling Nuke I was coming over there. And he said something, and I was like, yeah, I'm on my way. And he was like, bet. And I was like, you're Booski Yoshi. And he like, what? I'm like, it just means it's all love. Like, it's like, my family from the East Coast, because that's where my mom from. And so, you know, every time I get off the phone with my cousins, whatever, it's all right, one. Like, and one means one love. So it's like, all right, one. So when I say you're Booski Yoshi, it was kind of like playing off of that, like, all right, like one for real. And so we were sitting around. We actually made the song Your Booski Yoshi that day, which is crazy. And because he like, oh, what we gonna name it? I'm like, we naming that song Your Booski Yoshi. And then we were sitting around afterwards. He like, what that mean? I'm like, shoot, it just means all love for real. I'm like, you know what? I'm naming the project that. And Your Booski Oshi was like the second song we made for the project. So it was like, yeah, we were sitting around and they asked me what it meant, what Your Booski Oshi meant. And I'm like, it just means all love. And then I was like, yo, I'm naming the project that. And it was just like, oh, I'm always making up just random words.
That sound
Like
like
just on some ghetto.
I ain't even gonna call it ghetto. We just that's pimping right there. That's pimping right there. Like, there was some E40, like some Noriega. You figure deal me my
No, yeah.
weebalization. You know what I mean? That's what you
No,
do
that's real.
when you get in your bag. You come up with your own lingo. So from how did you get hooked up with the Monday program?
Um, how did I get hooked up with the money program?
Because
Think,
again, this is crazy.
yeah.
2 projects in,
Mm,
and you already got 2 of the city's craziest artists. Then you join the Monday program with one of the city's craziest DJs.
yeah, I think me and Corey got cool, and he was like, "Pull up," because the Monday program really is just a platform for real,
Mm-hmm.
like for collaboration. So all these artists pulling up,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was just like on some Justice League
No,
type shit. You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
you know, eventually the same artists keep coming around,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm one of those. But me and Corey, well, Corey told me to pull up to a session. I pulled up, and it was, oh my god, it was like 8 people there. And I wasn't like, I went from recording by myself to recording with Kip to walking into that situation. And that was like my first like big session with like multiple artists. And yeah, that was that. And I've been pulling up ever since. Me and Corey got real cool and we started working on a lot of music. And it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, they're like Corey's there for that. The
Mm-hmm.
Monday, he created the Monday program for that reason. So artists can have somewhere to pull up to, not just everybody, but you know, people who align with the mission to collaborate and to go in there without an ego and just really get to work. And I like working. You know what I'm saying? Like I can procrastinate in a lot of areas of my life, but if I'm pulling up somewhere, if I say, yo, I'm pulling up, then I'm pulling up to the studio. And if I'm in the studio, I'm there to write. Like, I'm there to make a song. I don't really play around in the studio. I don't really do too much. Like, I'm always ducked off in the corner
Mm-hmm.
with my notepad out. But that's how I started pulling up to the Monday program. And now I got so much music with them, it's crazy.
So first stepping into that arena, what was your how was you mentally? Like, was it intimidating at all?
Yep. On some Trav stuff, scared.
Well, I was gonna say, walk us through it, man. Like,
I'm a scary person.
you want to tell me who was there that day?
Astronaut KI,
Okay,
Stead,
legend. Ooh, crazy.
Walker OG,
Okay,
Marcus Allen
nice.
Ward.
Fire.
Who else was there? We made a song that day.
Everybody jumped on it.
Yeah.
Did it release?
No,
Will it release?
probably not. That junk is tucked deep down in the trenches. But yeah, it was all of them. It's probably more, but I can't. That was in 2021. That was in
that
2021.
song
That
ain't
was a
coming
long
out.
time ago.
That
Yeah,
song's
no, that
not
song
coming
is.
out.
But yeah, and it was just like, oh snap! Like I gotta write and I gotta record in front of all these people. That was my first time. But I mean, I did it. I mean, wouldn't nobody else know I was scared.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't nobody know I'm ever scared.
Just us, friends.
Yeah,
Just us.
just y'all. You know what I'm saying? But
But it's always like that though when you walk
yeah,
into a room with people that do what you do, because like especially with the rap thing,
yeah.
you know, rappers have a background where they always want to drag their nuts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm the best rapper, and it ain't really necessarily about being the best rapper, because we all do what we do well.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, we wouldn't be in this room together if there was some type of disrespect for one another or some type of doubt. You know what I mean? But it's just like one of them unsaid things as a rapper. You're not really supposed to say that,
No.
but it's also different times. And the approach to the creative process has uniquely changed as well.
Yep.
Like, so what's your approach when you collaborate with artists?
Um, it's usually, I mean, I collaborate with my friends so much to where it's like we're always in the studio together, or if I can, like, if they're not there and I can hear them on a song, nah, no, we're always in the studio, and I think we have so much chemistry now
Mm-hmm.
to where it's like me and Nuke can make a song, the beat to come on, the beat to get made, we listening to the beat, we are both right. Me and Nuke got so much chemistry, like we don't even have to discuss what the topic is going to be first, like, because we just know each other so well. Um, Nuke is probably my favorite person to collaborate with because it's like we just have so much fun and
Mm-hmm.
we really just create and bounce ideas off of each other. Um, I don't know, it just be fun collaborating. It's just always just we in the studio and the most I collaborate with Kip more so not like rapping wise, but Kip is always producing, like he'd be producing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And Kip is very instrumental and like me and him are really good at coming up with hooks together. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Um, and Kip is actually like Kip is somebody who helped me um, like harmonize and stuff like that because I don't really know like music theory and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And at first I didn't know how I sounded like
Okay.
when I sing until I heard it back. But Kip like, hey, like do two like these, do two like that, like kind of like simplified it for me so it could come out right. But yeah, me and Kip just we do well at either he might hum a melody and I write the words to it for the hook,
Mm-hmm.
or like it's a lot of times I do a hook and have Nuke and Kip do background, but like we all harmonize together. So I don't know, collaborating just be fun with me because it'd be with people who like are my friends, and
Mm-hmm.
then they also are free in the studio, so we just bounce good ideas off of each other. Like it's never no, it could be like, hey Trav, try this, and I'm gonna try it. Cause our theory, when I'm working with Kip Nuke or when I'm working with the Monday program and other, it's always just try it. If it don't work, then it don't work. Like I'm not a young artist,
Mm-hmm.
so I might be young as far as like the years I've been making music, but I'm a 35-year-old man. So if I don't like something, I don't like it. So it's like, hey, nah, I don't like that. That don't sound cool. Or we all just know, and when you you do something, it's like, no, that ain't come out right. That ain't come out how it was in my head. So collaborating just be so easy going for me. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I can hop in the studio with any artist and just vibe out with them, or somebody send me a song, I can knock out a verse for it, send it back. It's been plenty of those. It just be, different. But I'm fortunate enough to say like a lot of my collaborations so far have been with friends and like in the studio, just really creating from the ground up. And I think that's what's fun about it.
Is there anybody on your list you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Yeah. Um, I still don't have a song with West Will yet.
Okay.
But I'm trying to change that. So, um, who else? When you ask that, your mind go blank.
Exactly.
Um, West Will for sure. I actually have a song. I will say Will Cherry, but
Mm-hmm.
I have a song with Will Cherry, and it's fire.
Okay.
It ain't out yet. I don't know when if
I
it
was
is
about to say,
coming.
is it gonna come
I
out?
don't know. It got to actually. It's very fire. Um, but Will Cherry, I don't have. Well, I got one song with Stead, but I don't have no song with Stead Lee that's just like me and Stead. Like Stead has this flow that got this bounce to it that I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we can make something fire. Dana Saf for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to make something with Dana Saf. Um, who else out there, man? It's a lot of artists.
It is.
I feel like I'm all the artists I want to say I kind of work with. already. All the artists I wanted to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nuke was like somebody who I really wanted to work with. Now we work together all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Kit was somebody who I didn't know I wanted to work with until I started working with him, but we work all the time. Walker OG, me and him got good chemistry. We got so many songs together. So I feel like all the people that I wanted to make music with, I make music with. But Wes Will is somebody I definitely want to make more with Will Cherry. He produced too, so I would love to get on some of his production. Stan Lee, for sure. Um, who else out there, man?
No pressure, no pressure. You didn't
Yeah,
already gave a list. You done ran out of fingers
yeah.
on the first hand.
I know.
I take that right there. So, we talked about like that them jitters that you had walking into that room. I don't really like to read long Facebook statuses
Mm,
or like Instagram captions unless I know the person and I feel like I'm following their creative journey. What was that feeling and what was your mindset like when you finally got to perform at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
oh man, it felt like I prepared for that moment my whole life, and it's crazy because I'm always terrified
Mm-hmm.
before any performance. Like,
I mean, you love it.
yeah, but not at the Rock Hall. I have no clue why. It just felt like that was my moment. Like it felt like that moment was given to me, like by God for real. That's how I felt. Honestly, it's every opportunity I've had so far has just been because I've been bold enough to create and put it out there.
Mm.
I never knew how it would touch any stage, honestly. I never knew how it would go when it comes to performing and when it comes to even people just supporting me. But like a lot of opportunities came my way because of that. So that opportunity, and it came from somebody being selfless. So
Mm-hmm.
it came from Corey having a Monday program and a Monday program getting booked. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure they had no clue that all of those artists was about to mob up in there and perform. And it wasn't you do a set, you do a set, you do a set. Like the set list was like curated, and we performed songs that we had together,
Mm-hmm.
songs we had individually. All of us that performed there were in the studio at one point making music together, and majority of the songs that we performed were unreleased at the time. So we practiced, like we actually had rehearsals. So just imagine, it's like debunking all these myths of like, oh, artists in Cleveland don't collaborate, oh, this and that, but it's like 10 artists, videographer, DJ, 10 music artists, 10 rappers, couple singers, all rehearsing, having fun, going full out, cheering each other on, going through the set. And like, we get there that day, the weather was perfect,
Mm-hmm.
it's golden hour, and we all happy to be there with each other because we rehearsed. So it was like we went on this journey together, and we met that moment and we all gave our best. And like for me, it just felt like, yo, you gotta kill it. Like people, my both of my best friends out there, like my godson out there, like my nephew is out there. People that never seen me perform, people that I'm doing it for, and they don't even know it. And I went up there and I met that moment and I seized that moment. And that will forever be like, well, for right now, it's staying at number one. It's like my favorite moment on this journey so far. Like that was just, I don't know, it was divine.
A kid from Cleveland, man,
Man,
performing in front of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What?
oh man, that's wild. I still can't believe it. And it's so crazy because my homegirl Elle, she's a photographer,
Mm-hmm.
and she captured us that night. And the pictures was like, I remember going up to her, seeing her after, and she just laughing like, yo, like, when somebody start laughing, they like, nah, like, I got some fire. And she sent us the pictures, man. It was like, I always tell her, I said, the way you capture me, that's not me, that's my higher self. So it's like, that moment, it was supposed to happen, but it just felt like it was a higher Trav there. Like it felt like who I'm trying to grow to be as an artist. And that was my glimpse of it. And it just pushed me to keep going. When I look at those pictures, I'm like, oh, that looked like the superstar that I am and the superstar that I'm going to grow into. And that's what that moment signifies for me. It's like, Trav, you got to keep going because this is what it's going to look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went up there with so much confidence. I felt so good that day. And there was so much community, even to my outfit. Like, I could dress, but I had somebody style me. My homie Junior style me. He's with Pray for the Prey. It's a clothing line. Like,
I'm familiar.
because I hit Tim up. I said, Tim, I'm performing at the Rock Hall, and I would love to wear a piece from y'all. And he gave me this black exploitation piece. Like, it's a shirt, fire shirt. And then Junior, obviously they communicated so Junior hit me up like, hey, Trav, can I style you for the Rock Hall? And I'm like, yeah. So like even my fit, like being dressed in a Cleveland brand, going up there with all Cleveland artists, performing at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like it was like, it just felt so Cleveland, so success. Like we all black hip hop artists. It felt good showing up to mic check, sound check, tripping, showing up to sound check and like talking to the engineers. If I didn't know some or if another artist, is somebody on that stage that knew the technical side of things. So no, we can't just sound like anything. No, take them highs out a little. No, you know what I'm saying? Like this, that. No, it needs to sound like this. It needs to sound like that. Like that felt good. And then showing up on time and doing a 2-hour set and people staying there the whole time. It's like we showing you that Cleveland underground hip hop artists can bring people out and we can be professionals. You know what I'm saying? We're not just people that's just, no, we're professional performers and treat us as such. And I just felt like it was symbolic and it just set an example for, not for other artists, but for establishments to respect us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to value us and know that we can bring professionalism, we could bring people, and we could bring actual musicianship. Like, so yeah, man, that's what that moment was, man.
A taste of the future to keep you
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
Shout out to Trav.
man.
Shout out to the Monday program for that. That was a
Definitely.
big moment.
Shout out to the Monday
Big
program.
pivotal moment. So are you working on the new music right now?
Yeah, well, I'm always working on music, but
New project, shall I say?
I got an EP coming out this summer, or late spring, in June. I'm trying to think if I should say the name or not. But no, I always come into any year prepared.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I came into the year with it. It's produced by Corey Grant and Cassius G. So yeah, it's music that range from it's stuff I made in there, honestly, 2023
Okay.
till now. I got Nuke on there. I got Walker OG on there. It's fire, bro. I'm excited. It's something. It doesn't sound like anything I put out before, and it's like super. It's hip hop. Like it feels really good. Like I'm rapping very well on there. It's going to be called Most Likely to Succeed. And yeah, I'm excited about it, bro. It's pretty much done for real. It's in the mixing and mastering process now, so it don't have nothing to do with me anymore.
I'm excited for you, bro. You just
Yeah.
said that Corey and Cassius G is
Oh yeah.
man, talking to Peach when he had came through. That's like one of my favorite guests.
Peach Girls, that's somebody who I want to work with too. Just to throw that out there. That's my homie.
Peach, you heard it here. You heard it
That's
here.
my homie though. He know for sure.
Yeah, but Cassius G, he set the stage on fire when he did a set at Con2 before. So I'm real excited to hear what that production sounds like.
Cass is he a genius, man. Like he is very well. Like he's very like he just does everything so well. Like producing, engineering, like the sound just sounds so good and crispy. I can't wait. I can't wait to people hear just how he's just a musician, man. It's just crazy. And even like he's someone that helped me elevate my sound too, especially singing wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like the harmonies on like this joint is like very, very good. And it's like a level up, super crispy. I don't know, man. The production though is like super good. I'm excited. Like I rap very well, obviously, because they created pockets that I just never rapped in before, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for people to hear it. I'm excited for people to just hear the elevation. This year does mark the 10th year I've been making music. So it's kind of like that 10,000 hour kind of like thing to where I feel,
Professional.
yeah, like I feel like, all right, this is my statement piece. Like I'm here, y'all, and I'm really about to turn up now, you know? Like I don't have no doubts when it comes to music. I don't have no doubts when it comes to where I am on my journey.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what this EP is going to like solidify right there. It's like Trav is like here.
Can't wait to hear it, man. Because not just to keep beating the dead horse, but from the love party to your Booski Yoshi, bro. That's a big
That's a
change in
big
the
change.
sound.
Yeah.
Yes, the sound changed dramatically, and then now from your Booski Yoshi to most likely to succeed. You
Yeah.
said we sitting here with a star, y'all.
Thank you,
So,
man.
what are you most grateful for?
I'm most grateful for my family and friends. I feel like,
Amen to that.
yeah, throughout my whole life, I kind of always been fortunate to have people in my life that I never had to question,
Mm-hmm.
like that's there for me and really that just love me for me. Like all of my friendships have longevity. Um, I I don't know, like I don't have to look too far, and even just my circle of friends when it comes to creatives, uh, like a nice number of them are in positions that I strive to be in, which is, you know, living off of doing what they love to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always inspiring. Um, I have a good mother and father who just continuously pour wisdom into me. I have great siblings that arrive for me through whatever, best friends that our mothers were probably coming out the house telling each other their due dates, you know,
Mm-hmm.
pregnant at the same time, like been friends since babies. And it just feels good to have that foundation, that community, that tribe, because especially the older we get, life gets harder. You
Mm-hmm.
deal with a lot more loss. You deal with just losing and finding yourself over and over again. So it's cool to have people around you that remind you who you are,
Mm-hmm.
even when you can't even see it. So I'm just really grateful for my friends and my family, man.
Amen. Um, what advice would you have for an aspiring artist that's coming up, that wants to come up in the music game or just starting?
Just do it, man. Just do it. And like, do it broke, do it scared, do it, just do it. Don't let nothing stop you from doing it and embrace the journey. Like, you will get there wherever you're going, you know? Like, don't get caught up on where you are now. Don't get caught up on how you got to get better. Don't get caught up on everybody pressuring you to have a plan, an idea, and just do it. And as long as you know that you stand true to yourself, it'll feel good. And regardless of the turmoil and like the trials and tribulations, if you just focus, if you pick your reason and you do it for that reason,
Mm-hmm.
you go always feel fulfilled, man. So if you're an artist, man, just do it and don't let nothing stop you and find your purpose for doing it and just stick to that purpose. And all of the opportunities and everything come your way, free flowing. And you'll be grateful for every opportunity because you know your purpose. So that's the advice I would give any artist.
That's great advice. But the most
Yeah,
important thing he said, just me paraphrasing, slow motion better than no motion. So just do it.
just do it.
Tell the people where they can find you before we get up out of here.
You can find me on any social media platform at It's Trav Hen. You can find me on all streaming platforms. That's Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, anywhere. Trav, Trav, space, Hen, Hen. Trav Hen.
Trav Hen, y'all. Give it up. Appreciate you for coming through, big dog. Appreciate you big time.
I appreciate you, man.
And just to backpedal, like I said, Sade was amazing because my camera guy, operator, had canceled on me today. So that's who was behind the camera, making sure that the creative mindset looks really good. But a sweet place is really a sweet place. I'll see y'all in a minute. Peace.